Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Got a Solana video for you guys. Solana is absolutely tearing up the charts, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. Smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, so today we're going to cover Solana. I'm going to give you my price predictions and my profit-taking strategy for Solana, and go over what I think, it could possibly do in this bull run, guys. But like I said, I don't have a crystal ball, but I want to give you my price predictions, and if you've been holding Solana this whole time, whether it'd be taking out some profits now, or what my price targets would be where I would be taking out profits on this one. So let's jump into it here. So currently the total market cap for crypto is just over 2.6 trillion. We were over 2.8 trillion. It might have been a little higher than that, but I've been on vacation for the last week, so I haven't been paying too much attention to the charts. I had very limited internet access where I was, and I had a fantastic time. So appreciate you guys for sticking with me while I'm gone, and for your support. Really helps me a lot. It means a lot to me. So Solana currently at $186. Bitcoin has had this correction down to like 65,000 or so. If we pull Bitcoin up here just real quick to take a look at that. I know this is a Solana video, but Bitcoin really is the dominator in this market and is really the key indicator of what we should be looking at. We did break 73,000 recently, and then now we're back down in the 65,000 range as of last night. That's when I'm recording this video, so it could be lower by the time this video comes out this morning, but you just never know what's going to happen with it. But if we go back to the charts here, there are a lot of coins in this. With this correction on Bitcoin, some of the coins are down like 20% better, 30% on Shiba Inu, like 28, almost 29%. And just some pretty deep corrections on some of these coins. And some of these might have even dipped a little bit harder than what they're showing here, and then recovered a little bit. So if you get those big wicks and the candles, sometimes you can pick up some good deals on some of these coins on certain exchanges. So keep that in mind. If you're looking to buy the dip, now may be a good time to do that. If we keep dipping lower, that's when I continue to dollar cost average into it and get my price down. But with this dip, if you're looking to get into the market, now may be a good time to do that. Some of these coins being down 20, 25, 30% are some good buys right now. So let's look at Solana here. If we go to Solana at $184 as of this recording, we did almost reach $200 recently. We're at an 82 billion market cap, almost 83 billion market cap on Solana. That market cap is actually higher than what it reached last bull run at the peak. So market cap wise, we've already beat the all-time high, and price wise, we're almost there. I think we got up to $260 if I remember last bull run, right around 260. We're coming up on that, and it wouldn't take very much to push it above this level. So we'll jump into the chart here. Like I said, we did get up to just under this $200 mark here, and with the correction in Bitcoin, it kind of pushed everything down. Now I have a feeling it would have kept climbing, maybe hit this $200 mark, and we might have had a correction from there, or we might have busted through it. Time will tell. Solana has just been on a climb and a tear recently, and it doesn't seem to be any big end in sight with that right now. This could change. We don't know what the market's going to do. Typically with the halving, we get some kind of correction either right before the halving or right after. Right now we're getting a little bit of correction, but not as deep as some are predicting. Some are predicting Bitcoin to get down in the lower 50,000 range, and then we take off in the main bull run from there. I'm okay with that. I would actually prefer that that happens over the next few months, so we can have a healthy correction and be done with it and start moving up into the main bull run. If we keep going up like this without healthy corrections, it makes me very scared that the market is not doing what it typically has done, and being healthy and letting people accumulate at lower prices before we take off and just climb up and climb up and climb up and climb up. Typically when things like that happen, they run out of steam faster, and the bull run could potentially end easier. The other theory is we're going into a mega cycle, and we're just going to keep going up from here, and we'll see a few corrections, but they're not going to be big. Really hard to say, guys. I can't tell you what's going to happen. All I know is as these prices are going up, I'm pulling out a little bit of profits and a little bit of profits and a little bit of profits and just getting them out of the market, putting them in my savings account and stable coins, and keeping some money out as I'm getting profits on these coins. The ones that haven't taken off yet, I'm just holding them, and we'll see what they do. We're, based off of where we're at in the comparatively in the bull run, the last bull run, I think we got a long ways to go personally, but you just never know. So the right thing in my mind is to try to take out some profits. So on the profit taking portion of this, you guys know I already sold my Solana. I've already purchased some other coins with it, and one of the big chunks of my Solana profits I put into Portal. I've been up like 40x on my Portal purchase, so that was a good move for me. It was the right decision to sell my Solana when I did and put those profits into Portal, and I also put some into ICP, and I'm up like 3 or 4x on that as well. So I think I made the right move on that. Sure, Solana is going to continue climbing. Personally, I can see Solana getting up into the, up to the $600 mark would be my top price for Solana, but realistically, I'm thinking the 200 to 400 to 500 range is probably a good range. Not 200, but 250 to 400 was my original price target for Solana. And then as things have gotten more bullish, I'm thinking maybe it could get to 600. Some people are thinking $1,000. It is possible, but you're talking some serious market cap for it to hit that. We're already at almost $200 with an $80 billion market cap. So if you figure 5 times that, you're looking at a $400 billion market cap for Solana. That's almost like what Ethereum would have had, I think, like last bull run. And currently, if we look at Ethereum right now, we're at 400 billion market cap. So for Solana to get to $1,000, that's pretty much what you're looking at as Ethereum's current market cap. So I don't know how realistic that is. It's possible. I just don't know if it's realistic. So like you guys know, I'm going to be taking my profits out on the way up and leave some in for these higher price targets, because you can't time the top. And if you try to play that game where you're timing the top, you usually 90% of the time end up carrying the bag through the bear market and losing money. So remember that over 90% of the time that happens to people who try to time the top. We'll go into my profit taking strategy here now for Solana. This was if I was still holding it, what I would currently do. I saw an opportunity to get into the Portal project. I was in profits with my Solana, and I was up like a 4x or so on it. So I sold it and moved it into other coins and picked those up, and it worked out for me. But I know a lot of people are still holding their Solana because they want to wait for it to get up towards the higher end of the prices before they're cashing out. These are pretty much my original price targets for Solana, and I would stick with this if I was still holding it. Currently, I had 300 Solana coins before I sold them. I was selling them in increments after $50. I think I sold them at around 50, 60, 75, and 94, something like that. In that range is when I was taking my profits out on Solana. So I had 300 coins, and I would sell that first 10% at around the $190 mark, which is right now. If I was holding Solana right now, I would take out 10% of it, get it off the table, because I was picking up my Solana and my average was $19. That would get me out my initial investment of $5,700 that I had in Solana. So I would take out my initial investment right now, and some of you may have gotten in Solana at $30, $40, and maybe you want to start taking some profits out to get your initial investment out. That's up to you and your decision, your portfolio. Do what's best for you. But me personally, I would be taking some profits off the table at these current price ranges before it reaches its previous all-time high. Then if it reached that $240 mark before it, or maybe $245 if you want to wait till there, before the $250 mark though, I would take out another 20%, get that off the table, and that would put me in a decent amount of profit, around $14,000 to $15,000. This would be all profit because I took out my initial investment back here. So the next price target for me would be around the $290 mark, and before it hits that $300 mark, I would take out another 20% of this 300 coins. That would be 60 coins, and that would give me about $17,000 in profit. Another 20% around the $340 mark before it hits that $350 mark. And then again, I would take out another 20% around the $390 mark before it hits $400. And because that's kind of my higher price target for Solana is $400. Everybody's going to be selling at that price target. So I would take it out just before then. And I'd pull out, another 20%. And I'd leave this 10% moon bag in here for, $450, $500, $600, whatever you guys think it could do, just in case. That's personally what I would do. Now, you guys do what you want to do with it. I'm just sharing with you guys what my plan would be if I was currently holding it. I'm glad that I moved it into Portal when I did and ICP because I'm already up significantly on those. I got a 40x out of my Portal, and originally I actually got an 8x out of my Solana profits when I put it into Lit Labs, and I got an 8x out of that and sold it, and then I moved it into other ICO projects that haven't launched yet. So I really did a lot with that Solana profit, and that's why I took it out early. It worked out good for me, but I know a lot of you out there being safer and you're holding on to it. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think it's a good idea, and you're going to do really well with that. So if you're still holding it, congratulations. I think you'll do well. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired in this video. I actually flew all night from Argentina. I had a 10-hour flight, and I couldn't sleep on the plane. So I had a little bit of sleep, and now I'm up after my kids are in bed and stuff recording these videos for you guys. But I'm back. I had a great trip. I really appreciate all of you for supporting me. And now it's time to get back in gear and get this information out to you guys and these deals and coins that I think are going to do fantastic. The market's a little bearish right now. We'll have to see what it does, if we're going to get a deeper correction or not, or if we're going to keep going up from here. Don't know really what it's going to do for sure, but I think a correction has been due. Maybe we just correct a little bit like we have been, and then we keep going up to the next leg from here. We'll have to see what happens. But either way, I'm prepared for it. I'm ready for it. A lot of people are looking to buy the dip. There's a dip right now. Maybe a good time to pick up some of these coins. If it dips further, you can get them cheaper. That's the way I look at it. I don't think the bull run's over by any means. Any correction like this is perfectly healthy. And I think eventually we're going to see higher prices in the market unless something catastrophic happens. That doesn't mean we couldn't go lower before we go higher. So keep that in mind. Typically in crypto, the phrase is go away in May, or in May, go away, something like that. Typically there's a big sell-off in May. We're now coming into mid-March. So, I think hopefully we'll stay bullish until the halving and then get the correction. But all bets are off at this point. With us breaking the previous all-time high before the halving, that's never happened before. This market's really unpredictable right now. So I try to give you guys feedback and what I think could happen, but it's really difficult to tell what's going to happen because we're seeing some unusual activity in the market. Things have been extremely bullish with the Bitcoin ETFs, and things just haven't been what they've seemed to be. So I'm being more conservative and taking some profits out just in case things start, having a big correction. Doesn't mean we will. I'm just being cautious and pulling things out that I'm in good profits on and going from there. But you guys do what you want to do. I still think we have a long ways to go. I think we'll likely see 100,000 plus Bitcoin in this bull run. But like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. But hopefully that's helpful information with you guys as far as the Solana profit taking. If it were me holding right now, I would be taking some out and taking it off the table. That's just what I got for you for this video, guys. I really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed, please hit that like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to check out my Telegram. The link is in the description below and the pinned comment. And don't forget to check out my Patreon. That is for my Discord members. And we get into a lot of these projects before they launch through a partnership that I have, and I give that to my Discord members, and that's through the Patreon. It's only $14.99 a month if you guys want to check that out. If you don't, great, fantastic. It's not for everybody, but check out the free Telegram. We have a great community in there. I appreciate it, guys. All of you out there, please hit that like button. We'll see you on the next video.
Tell me what you want, tell me what you want, tell me. Tell me what you want, tell me.